Hello everybody. In this video we are going to create a loading system in our game, and for creating the loading bar we can just create a script. I already have written a script for a loading bar and I will explain it later on. Before that we will create a loading bar menu. So for that purpose we will just duplicate this main menu. I think Control D, we will hide this main menu, and here we will change the name to loading screen. Okay, so inside that we will delete everything, I think. And yeah, actually yes, we will delete this thing as well, and we will this loading screen, we will make it color, we will change it to black, full black. We will remove the transparency and we will make it bigger. We will delete this to none, this sprite, so it will be black, and then we will make it bigger. Okay, like this. So yeah, little bit smaller here, so that it will be full black. Now we will create a slider inside this loading screen UI, and then we have a component slider. Okay, so we will make slider bigger like this, and we can remove handle slide area. Okay, now we can change the color of the background. So we will change the color, so we can keep it red color or any other color you want, you can add. And then this is our fill area. Okay, so fill area color fill, so we can change this color as well. So we will change it to something like blue. So we'll change it to blue. Okay, and now if we select this slider, and here you can see value, so we will increase the value. You can see our slider, this fill area is till here. Okay, so we will select fill area, and we can resize this area to here. Okay, full size. Now we can decrease the value. Okay, so now what we will do, this direction is fine, left to right we need, and now we will add some text on this slider. So let's create text, and we will add this text in loading screen, and we will say loading text, loading text. Okay, and we will name it loading. And we will make it the color of this text white, and font we will select Jupyter, and then we will position it. Actually we can add it inside slider, and then this position is 0 0 0. Okay, that's annoying. And also the text font size is smaller, but it's visible too big, so let's add text again. Yeah, now the size is fine. So now we will change the loading text, and then we can change the size to 36, overflow, and we will make it white, and we will change the font to Jupyter, Okay, that's great. So now our slider loading screen is ready. So we will hide this screen initially, okay, and we can enable the main menu now. So what we'll do, we will create a game object in empty game object for loading object. So we will name it loading bar. Loading system maybe, and we will add the script on this game object. So we have created a script loading bar, and we will add this script over here. And now this script have three fields. Loading screen, we will drag drop this loading screen main panel here. Slider, we will drag drop this slider, and then progress text, this loading text. Okay, so that's great. Now we will watch the script. So in script, first of all, because we are manipulating with scene management and UI, we want to load the another scene, so we will include these libraries, scene management and UI. So here we have declared public game object loading screen, which we have drag drop, then public slider, and then public text, progress text. Then we have created a function public void load level, and we have declared integer scene index, and this integer is public, so we can select this integer from our Unity editor. Then we have started a coroutine, and you already know that coroutines are used for smoothing time. Okay, so start coroutine, and we add a function load asynchronously, and then we have added a scene index here, so it will load the scene which we have declared inside editor. Also I have added this time.timescale function because we will stop the time on game win or game lose. So for that purpose, because we will use this script in other scenes as well, so I have added this, that if time is 0, then time should be 1 with a new level. Okay, so here this coroutine function, we have created I enumerator this coroutine function load asynchronously, and in this function we said that async operation equal to scene manager dot load scene async scene index. Okay, so this is a default line and async operation function operator, which is used for loading the levels smoothly. Then we have added loading screen dot set active true. We have activated this screen, and while, then we have added while loop, and we said while operation is done is not completed. Okay, this is not sign. When operation is done, this operation function not completed, then this screen should be active. And then what we said float progress, that progress text we have added here. So for float progress, that this progress float variable will be detected from slider. Okay, so this is a default line. So for that we have said mathf.clam01 operation.progress /.9f, because we want to show the loading text till it's loaded to 0.9%. okay, then the last one function, that integer that will be spent on while our game is opening. Okay, it will take some minor time. Then we said slider dot value equal to progress. We have make the slider value, which we I have showed you here. The slider value, this one, we make it to progress, which we have created here. The variable, this progress variable, this is equal to slider dot value. Then we have showed the text to progress into 100f plus percentage. We will show this text as a 100%. okay, So it will, when it will be completed, it will show 100% from 0 to 100%. Then lastly return null, which is quite you are aware with this. In while loop we will add the last line return null for this function. So another function we have created inside our script is public void quit application function, and for quit button, and this is very simple line application dot quit function. Okay, so that's it for loading bar script, and now we can apply this script. So before applying this script, we have to add scenes to build index, and we don't have an other scene, so I will create another scene and I will name it scene 1. And then we will add this scene to build setting. So first scene will be main menu and scene 1 is scene 1. So now you can see the integers here 0 and 1. So these are the index of main menu and scene 1. Okay, so now we will select this button, play button, and we will initially we will put the function here on this button, and later on we will change this from on select cars section. So for this button we don't need to move do these things, so we will just delete these things, and audio is also deleted, so we will again add the audio, and then we will add another function. So we will drag drop this loading system object, and we will select loading bar and load level int. So here we will select the integer, so that was 1 in build index if we want to load scene 1. Okay, so that's it. And now the last thing, on quit button we will create another function and loading system, and we will select loading bar and quit application function. So that's nice. If we play the game now, you will see that play button will work. So play. Okay, so you saw the loading screen because our load this scene 1 level is not too big, so it's load immediately. So if it's heavy, it has content, it will take some time. So that's nice. We have implemented the loading bar system into our game. In next video we'll move further. Goodbye.